My wheel is stuck. The dharma you upheld throughout your life is now your fate. The battle continues. Is trapped in the mud. A warrior must face his fate, Karna.
This 1820 Pahari painting depicts the most anticipated duel in mythological history. At the climax of the ancient Indian epic, the Mahabharata, two legendary warriors face each other across the Kurukshetra battlefield, Karna and Arjuna. But there is a devastating secret hanging over this standoff. These mortal enemies are biological brothers. Both were born to the same mother, Queen Kunti, though neither of them publicly knows it. Their conflict is a direct extension of a celestial struggle. Karna was sired by Surya, the sun god, while Arjuna is the son of Indra, the storm god. As lightning and solar fire clash violently in the heavens, their two suns meet here on the battleground. This makes their fight an echo of an ancient cosmic pattern. Long before they ever drew their bows, the alignment of their fathers ensured that these two would have to cross paths. To understand how they reached this battlefield, we have to look at how they grew up. Arjuna was raised exactly as you would expect a prince to be. Kept safely within the palace walls, he was showered with praise, given the finest martial teachers, and handed every royal advantage. Karna's start in life was entirely different. Born out of wedlock, he was placed in a woven basket and set adrift on a river to avoid a royal scandal. He floated downstream until he was found and adopted by a poor charioteer and his wife. That adoption branded him with the title Sutaputra, meaning the son of a charioteer or a lowborn. Despite his actual divine blood and his natural armor, that single label completely defined his social reality, permanently restricting where he could go and who he could become. When these two finally meet on the battlefield, they aren't just fighting for territory. They are representing two completely different realities, one born of the palace and the other forged by the river. Growing up, Karna was relentlessly bullied for his low status. Even when he developed skills that matched and even exceeded Arjuna's, the royal establishment explicitly barred him from competing in their public martial tournaments. They told him that a charioteer's son had no right to challenge a prince. That rejection is exactly what the epic's main antagonist, Prince Duryodhana, exploits. Seeing Karna's talent, Duryodhana steps into the tournament arena and publicly crowns the outcast as the king of Anga. He does this for one precise reason. Only a king holds the legal and social standing required to duel Arjuna. For Karna, this is the first time anyone with power has ever treated him as an equal. In exchange for this single act of respect, Karna pledges his lifelong, unwavering loyalty to Duryodhana. His desperate desire for basic human dignity and a sense of belonging ends up chaining him to the man plotting against his own secret brothers. He chooses the side of the antagonist because it was the only side that would let him fight. As the Great War approaches, the gods intervene again. Arjuna's father, the storm god Indra, knows that Karna was born with golden armor that makes him invincible. Disguising himself as a poor Brahmin priest, Indra approaches Karna to beg for that exact armor. The sun god warns his son about the trap, but Karna hands the armor over anyway. He operates by a strict code of dana, the principle of supreme, selfless generosity, deciding that his reputation as a charitable man is worth more than his own survival. His second test comes in secret. Krishna and Queen Kunti finally reveal his true royal heritage to him. They offer him a deal. If he switches sides, he will be recognized as the eldest brother. This diagram shows how that single move realigns the entire geopolitical power structure, instantly unifying the warring factions with Karna as emperor. Instead, Karna firmly rejects the throne. He tells Kunti that the biological mother who abandoned him has no claim on his allegiance. He chooses to honor the poor charioteers who actually raised him and the flawed friend who gave him respect when no one else would. Faced with guaranteed survival and absolute power, he walks away. He consistently chooses his personal integrity and his chosen family over his divine birthright. This intricate temple carving captures the physical reality of the final duel. The archers and their spoked chariot wheels are locked in a brutal, grinding stalemate, with neither brother able to gain a definitive edge through martial skill alone. The tie is broken by a curse Karna received years earlier. In the middle of the fight, his chariot wheel suddenly sinks inexplicably deep into the earth. The vehicle is immobilized. Karna steps down into the mud to pull the wheel free, dropping his weapons. He asks Arjuna to pause the fight, citing the sacred codes of fair warfare. Instead, urged on by Krishna, Arjuna draws his bow and executes his unarmed rival. The champion of the righteous royal class could not win a fair fight. He had to resort to forbidden, unrighteous methods to finally strike down the marginalized outcast. The historical weight of this tragedy is preserved in texts like this ancient Sanskrit manuscript written on palm leaf strips. It records the bitter aftermath of the war, when the victorious Pandavas finally learn the identity of the man they killed, their eldest biological brother. That single piece of information shatters the moral purity of their cause. The grand victory they fought so hard to achieve turns instantly to ashes in their mouths. Karna's life challenges the traditional definition of dharma, or duty. In his story, the most righteous path isn't found by joining the winning side, but through a steadfast commitment to personal loyalty and self-determination. He died on the battlefield, but his legacy survives as the ultimate tragic hero. He lost his life, but he won the ideological battle, successfully defining his own worth in a world entirely designed to reject him.